Are you having shoulder pain and can't figure out why? You've come to the right place. Let's figure out the exact reason and give you the recipe to get rid of it for good. Stick around. Welcome everybody, my name is Dr. Trav with Impact Physio and Performance, where we teach you how to alleviate your pain, bulletproof your body, and optimize your life. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next video. Today we are going to be talking about shoulder pain. This is an extremely common condition that seems to affect everyone from the high-level athlete to the sedentary office worker. Why? In this video, we're going to discuss the specific reasons. We're going to look at everything from posture to muscle imbalances to help you identify the source of your pain and get rid of it permanently. Let's get to it. First and foremost, posture. The majority of people live in bad posture. In physical therapy terms, we call this AGMR or anterior glide medial rotation syndrome, which essentially means your shoulders are just hanging out too far forward. The problem here is that when you live in this position, tendons, ligaments, nerves, and other soft tissue structures will begin to become damaged as a result of rubbing up against harder structures like bone. And this, my friends, is likely the source of your pain. So what does proper posture look like? First off, draw your shoulders back to where your arm is lined up down the center of your body. Pull your head and neck back as well, making sure it is stacked on your shoulders and not out in front of your body. So what's the fix? The key here is simple: strengthening. An extremely simple exercise to begin getting those shoulders lined up correctly are called scapular retractions. With these, you simply try to bring the insides of your shoulder blades together. You'll notice once you do this, your shoulders are immediately drawn back and your chest is pointed up and outwards. I want you to do 20 of these with 3-second isometric holds every time you catch yourself in bad posture. This might be 100 times a day. Good. You can't overdo this one, and you can literally do this anytime, anywhere. This is exercise number 1. By tightening up this muscle group, you will already start to help yourself achieve that great posture. Train your body to live in this position, and you've already erased one of the major contributing factors to shoulder pain. So let's get into some more specific strengthening. First off, we have rows. Rows are an all-time classic exercise, and for good reason. They target large muscle groups on your back that are vitally important for pulling activities. By strengthening this region, we will begin to even out some of the muscle imbalances for people who have a stronger or tighter anterior side, which honestly is most of us. Grab yourself a TheraBand or a cable machine and get into that proper posture that we just learned about. Once you are in that correct posture, begin with your arms extended all the way out in front of you. Then pull backwards, keeping your arms close to your side. Now, to add in our own special twist, I want you to add in a nice controlled scapular retraction at the end. You can essentially break this up into 2 components: a traditional row with a scapular retraction at end range. Go light, and I want 5 minutes total with this one, taking rest breaks as needed. Now that we've addressed posture and one of the more common muscle imbalances, we need to assess your shoulder mobility. Normal shoulder flexion range of motion is 180 degrees. This means you should be able to raise your arm up overhead until it is pointed directly toward the sky. One simple way to assess this is to stand with your back flat against the wall and lift your arms overhead. If you are unable to reach the wall, then you are lacking shoulder range of motion, and this very well could be the source of your shoulder pain. Compare from side to side to see if there are any differences. Sometimes an old injury has caused a mobility restriction that we are not even aware of. 9 times out of 10, the side that is lacking range of motion is the same side that you are experiencing pain on. Coincidence? No, sir. This is a prime example of faulty biomechanics. So to address this mobility restriction, I want you to perform what I like to call touchdowns. Face the wall and place the pinky side of your hands against the wall and gently slide your hands upward into a touchdown position. Avoid compensating by leaning backwards. Do this exercise multiple times daily until you can get those arms overhead with ease. Set a timer and give me 5 minutes again on this one. Once you can achieve 180 degrees of shoulder flexion on the wall, incorporate what I like to call lift-offs. Simply lift both hands off of the wall, once you are in that full shoulder flexion position, and hold there briefly. This will strengthen your scapular stabilizers and lower trapezius, which are vitally important for the stability of your shoulder. You can perform this exact same exercise using a foam roller. Simply place the foam roller horizontally in front of you at about chin level and gradually work to achieve that 180 degrees. Once that becomes easy for you, we're going to throw in my favorite type of curveball, a strengthening component. Use a band around your wrist and create some resistance pushing outwards throughout the movement. This is going to target an important muscle called your serratus anterior. Don't allow your back to arch as you go through this. These are challenging, so give me 10 solid repetitions at a time, then rest briefly and repeat that set for 5 minutes. This is going to target not only your serratus anterior, but your rotator cuff as well. By addressing these regions, we are already going to begin to tackle some of the major reasons that you are suffering with shoulder pain in the first place. Boom, there you have it, gang. These are the absolute essentials before moving on to higher level strengthening for the shoulder. Posture and mechanics are everything. The shoulder is an extremely complex joint that is one of the most mobile joints in our body. So we could honestly make 100 more videos like this, which don't worry, that's in the works as we speak. But in the meantime, begin with these simple first steps and be extremely diligent. Perform this entire routine as often as possible until you can perform them to absolute perfection and without pain. You should immediately begin to notice a drastic difference in your pain and your activity tolerance. I put a link down in the description below that will give you access to a free PDF that covers all of the material that we just spoke about today. Feel free to print it out or download it on your mobile phone so you can refer to it at any time. Guys, I'm so glad you checked out this video. We're starting a movement of strength. No more medications and unneeded surgeries. It's time to heal your body with your body. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more health-related content if you haven't already. Thank you for the love, gang. Until next time.